there in YouTube land. This is Sacora-chan.
And this is ThorGodofThunder815 AKA Thor Wilkins.
Today we're going to be talking about our thoughts on the new Pokemon games, Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Most topic that we would like to talk about, what would actually be in the game, specifically for, like, what kind of mechanics or features would it have. There is a link on Sacora-chan's phone. We'll try to leave it in the description below. The top reasons and mechanics inside of Pokemon Sun and Moon. What do you think? Because the main thing that's going through my head right now, it is a new generation, but is it gonna be like Black and White, where it's all new Pokemon, or is it gonna be like X and Y with only
region. A whole bunch of evolutions to old types, babies.
Is Mega Evolution finally solved? Or is it going to be like X and Y? Like I said, it's going to be like X and Y with only one new Pokemon added into the line of an evolution?
Yeah, just like our favorite evolutionary chain, which has been around since Gen 1, the Eevee evolution. I've been seeing this all over the internet, this image of these little crystals that are probably about this size. And I'm pretty sure if you watch the X and Y series, you guys know what the Ash Greninja is.
Would other bonds be like that in Pokemon Sun and Moon? Or is it just going to be as just Ash Greninja, or is that only depicted in the episode?
That's one thing I'd like to see. I also saw this on my Facebook page from a Pokemon group that I am on Facebook.
Pokemon Fans United.
Yes. This person posted up that picture. It had the image of the Japanese logo for X and Y with the little Mega Evolution symbol in both of the names, connecting it back to Mega Evolution. But in the Japanese writing for Sun and Moon, there's a little crystal in there, like I was talking about earlier. A possible link to trainer appearance in Pokemon, if that's what it's technically called. I don't know. And then in the caption it said, oh, before I get to that, there was an image from, I believe, X and Y, where the trainer was talking to a Pokemon researcher, and the researcher said something about, this item allows you to become a Pokemon. And this person captured it. Oh, please don't let this be like Digimon. Please don't let us head in the same direction that went into.
Hey, Pokemon, when they made Mega Evolutions, it was way better than Digimon. And I don't care if you Digimon fans still out there, Pokemon's been running way longer and way straighter, and even with a more straightforward storyline than Digimon has. Pokemon just celebrated its 20th anniversary on February 26th, and me, only being 26 years old, I'm still a huge fan of the Pokemon franchise. But as with what you were saying, though, if Pokemon can do this, I have a big feeling they're not going to take it from Digimon's storyline. They're probably going to make it a little better. Now, with Pokemon Trainer Fusion, I'm going to call it that. Pokemon Trainer Fusion. You guys can call it whatever the hell you want. But with Pokemon Sun and Moon, is Mega Evolution finally solved? Will there be new Pokemon? Is it a new region with only new Pokemon and not just ones? Or like how Sacora-chan said, is it going to be like Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum with new evolutions and baby evolutions mixed in? And with Pokemon Sun and Moon, it has already been announced. It's coming out holiday 2016. We do not know the release date yet, but if you guys can put it in the comments and tell us when it is, it's fine. I just got off the phone with GameStop not even 10 minutes ago.
They are doing their pre-orders already.
As far as we know, in the United States, GameStop has now already have In the United States alone, at least 70,000 pre-orders as of today. Maybe the number might increase. And also, Pokemon Sun and Moon will be...
increase? It will increase.
Thank you. And Pokemon Sun and Moon is compatible with Pokebank, that's as far as we know. But there was something else... Let me get Sacora-chan's phone. There was something else that I just looked up. There was something here that stated that Pokemon Sun and Moon has this thing where you get to have vehicles.
Not just the bike or the roller skates.
Oh.
Actual cars, trucks, ambulances, things like that.
And forgot about this little baby right here.
We'll put a better image in there later.
And it is red, blue, yellow compatibility with Pokebank. And another interesting thing from here that the teaser revealed concept arts is something about
A little bird?
pickup trucks, actually. Pickup trucks and ambulances, the vehicles. Bikes have been a #1 thing since Gen 1, and roller skates being added in Generation 6.
I know you've all seen the little thing that pops up when you try to ride your bike inside, unless you're in Mauville. So-and-so's words are resonating in my head. You can't ride your bike here.
And with the thing of using, like, there's pickup trucks and ambulances, and even the taxi. I forgot to mention the taxi. The taxi was available in Pokemon X and Y, but that was only in Lumio City.
It can only take you someplace in Lumino City.
And with Pokemon X and Y, with the Nintendo NX, is that going to be for the Sun and Moon 2? Is that going to be on that thing? Well, I mean, it actually looks pretty cool, but about the release date, yeah, it said holiday 2016. We don't know. But the only thing that I would like to see in Pokemon Sun and Moon, top 3 things that I want to see come back in the Pokemon games. I want to see the underground that was in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I want to see a Pokemon Safari that was in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, and Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. And the third thing I would want to see the most, and this is my biggest favorite thing, even though it was just introduced in Gen 6, is the Pokemon Safari. The Friends
Safari.
Yeah, Friends Safari, that the Pokemon that you have in the Friends Safari is the Friends Pokemon. You get to go and capture them.
And we all know that it varies from friend code to friend code.
And I've had a lot of people tell me my Friend Safari is the best because it's Ghost type. And it has Pumpkaboo, Shuppet, and Dusclops. Anybody want my friend code, ask for it in the comments. I will put it in the comments. But for any other ideas or anything that you would suspect about Pokemon Sun and Moon?
Well, as far as that...
I'm so hyped right now. I'm sorry. I can't...
Well... Honestly...
Give me my ice cream.
Honestly...
I'm a fat fuck.
Honestly, you're not as bad as another YouTuber, Alpha Omega Sin.
I love you guys, by the way.
I watched his video. He was more... Honestly, he was more excited than you were. He expressed it more than you did. But it was... I'm just like, dude, calm down. But...
I love that guy.
He expresses it so well. I'm not going to go into detail of how he expressed it. He went off to some other topics too, but some of the things I want to see, I know you talked about it, something for either Miltank or Tauros. They deserve...
If this generation does have baby forms, or pre-evolution, or even a Mega or a Final Evolution Stone, Tauros and Miltank need something.
Granted, Whitney's Miltank was annoying as hell.
And if Miltank does become a fairy type, he's
gonna nickname it Dairy Fairy.
Dairy Fairy. Miltank is the Dairy Fairy. So yeah, and
if anybody gets any mysterious dairy products in their home, that's where it came from.
Yeah, he's the Dairy Fairy. Fuck the Tooth Fairy. He's the Dairy Fairy. And Tauros, needs a Mega Evolution or a Baby Form or a new evolution.
I've-
But with the things going on about Pokemon Sun and Moon,
I've seen this little bird creature
it was
leaked out,
It was a 3D graphic design of that.
and we don't even know what it is.
Every generation has to have, and actually no, not has to have. Every generation has had a
Bird, bug,
and a
rodent
rodent.
in the at least the first
First
20.
2 to 3 routes.
Well, in the region's Pokedex, the bird, rodent, and bug have always been within the first 20.
Like Weedle, Pidgey, Caterpie, Rattata, Spearow, Hoot, Noctowl, Sentret, Furret, Ariados, Spinarak, Wurmple, Talo, all those. You guys know what I'm talking about. And another speculation for Sun and Moon. Are they going to have new items, new TMs, new moves?
Are they going to change TMs?
Are they going to introduce a new type? I mean, granted, it's been since Gold, Silver, and Crystal that they introduced a new type, and then in X and Y they introduced the Fairy type. Would a new type be introduced? We don't know. The three things that I mentioned before, the Underground, the Safari Zone, or the Friend Safari, will those be introduced? We don't know.
Is Eevee going to get its partnered or its compatible evolution for Sylveon?
A
'Cause
dragon,
for
or
me,
a
that-
poison, or a steel type evolution.
For X and Y, I know it's a new thing, but seriously, there has never been a generation where Eevee did not get more than one evolution. X and Y was the first one that ever put out a single evolution.
But will that happen with a dragon, or a poison, or a steel type evolution? We don't know.
There's still so many speculations about this. Another thing, I just remembered this. What happened for plans for the next installment for X and Y? Pokemon Z or X2, Y2, whatever they were going to call it. What happened to that? Because that was supposed to give a backstory to Zygarde.
If it does, if they do, if the Pokemon Company does do this, I have a feeling it'll be released before Sun and Moon, because every generation that has come out, they have always released a game within a pair of 3s, except for Fire Red and Leaf Green and Black and White. They had Black 2 and White 2. They got 2 games, and they've always been released prior within a year or 6 months, because when X and Y came out, Black 2 and White 2 were already 6 months before that. When Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out, it was exactly 1 year. Again, everything that we're going to talk about always ends with the words, we don't know, because we don't know what's going to happen. We're going to leave it up to Shigeru Miyamoto. We're going to leave it up to Satoshi Tajiri. We're going to leave it up to the Pokemon creators and designers. I have loved Pokemon since it came out. I'm still in love with it. The little child in me is screaming right now. I don't know about you. I just got you back into Pokemon about 2.5 years ago.
I missed at least a full
decade.
generation.
No,
missed a
you
full
did not
generation.
miss. You did not miss one generation. You missed almost a decade.
Well, okay, then let me correct myself. I've missed not just. I'm just talking generation, not the remakes or anything like that. I missed a full generation at the very least. I missed the Sinnoh generation. Like there was that whole in that whole area I did not know until you got me back into Pokemon. I know very little about the Hoenn region and maybe over half of the Johto.
The Sinnoh region was not part of my favorites. Not one of my favorites. I mean, the Pokemon designs that they made up were awesome. I love Weavile. I love Magmortar. I love Electivire. They left out Jinx. But anywho.
Jinx, she's alright as is.
I know, but I'm talking about Mega or a Trade Evolution or something like that. But
she got a baby in the Hoenn region? Or was that the Johto?
Johto. But with the Sinnoh region, it wasn't one of my favorites. It was long and it was complicated.
And there's been...
But that's the best thing about Pokemon games. I realized that after I played Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. And I've played all the games. And I've noticed the longer the journey, the better the Pokemon experience. Will this generation have a big, like a huge map design? Is it going to be like 4 times bigger than the original games?
Is it going to possibly connect a couple regions?
Like Gold, Silver, and Crystal was the only games to do this where you can go back and forth between the Kanto and the Johto region. However, in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, where you have the Arceus event, you can go back. You can go to something called the Sinjo,
which is possibly a connection between the Sinnoh and the Johto region, as far as we know.
And it was a shrine dedicated to Arceus. It was in the mountains, but everything that we are stating right now about
speculation. Pure speculation.
We don't know. We don't know any of this. So
we don't even know what the legendaries are going to look like for this particular generation. I've seen maybe fan arts about it, but other than that, nothing.
You guys doing this fan art on DeviantArt, fanfic.com, and all these other things, I don't like you because you've ruined my imagination when it comes to this Pokemon world. I've seen you guys draw pictures of creatures that you think are going to be Pokemon, but they look like Yu-Gi-Oh characters.
I've seen art. In fact, we used some of this art in our evolution video because honestly, it's the best representation we could find.
And those evolutions were crap. I don't even know why we did that video.
That's ones we'd like to see.
It's still up there, but with the art design, Ken Sugimori, leave it up to him. You guys don't have his job. You don't have his art expertise. Leave it to him. What are the starters going to look like? We don't know. Stop posting fanfic about it.
All we know is it's going to be the same tradition it's always been.
Fire, grass, and water.
Yeah, just those. We only know the types. Before X and Y came out, we didn't know that they were going to dual type the final stage of the starters.
The only generation to ever have all 3 starters with a single type was the Johto region.
And they could, as far as we know, they could give more megas. They could give out more megas. We just don't know.
I would say that's all the time we have for. We will leave the links in the description of what we found. If it's true or not, I'm actually hyped right now. Kind of excited about this. And what do you think is going to happen in Sun and Moon? Or if you actually already have an inside scoop, don't spoil it for anybody. If we see one comment in there spoiling anything about this game that leads to another link or a site that has anything to do about Sun and Moon, your comment will be deleted. It is not a threat. It's not a warning. It's a promise. Your comment will be deleted.
Unless it's something that's already been found out.
True.
Like the little, if you put a link to the picture of the little bird, everybody already knows about it by now.
Magiana. Everybody knows about it by now.
Yeah. The only thing we don't really know about it, basic stats, speculation about its type being fairy and steel that has not been confirmed or denied by anybody in the Pokemon company has not been confirmed or denied. What its moveset is, whether it's going to have a brand new move, its ability, nothing has been confirmed other than its appearance.
What we don't
Or
wanna,
where it's going to appear.
what we don't want to see in the comments, we don't want spoilers, we don't want starters, we don't want the storyline, we don't want the legendaries, we don't want the professor, we don't want the cities. Don't spoil it for everybody.
Honestly, I doubt that stuff has been leaked quite yet. They might do the same thing they did with X and Y in, what's that magazine Japan always comes out with?
Coral.
Yeah. They might do that again.
Like I said,
To be honest, I would welcome that. I would welcome that kind.
some of these people, and they might be watching, they might not.
Whether the information is fake or not.
No, some of these people might be watching or might not be watching. Some people have all of the information of the inside scoop.
Let everybody
of everything
figure
in
it.
Sun and Moon. Figure it out for yourselves or make speculations. This is not a reaction video. I mean, my reaction is I'm flipping out right now.
He wants the game now.
Yeah, I want it now. And
Honestly,
I still have a 3DS.
with anything that almost anything that has to do with Pokemon, he has to have it now. I just found out about the Celebi Pokemon TCG box. I've got to have that now. I found out there's Jirachi one coming out, and I'm pretty sure there's the rest of the events that are going to come out for the rest of the year are going to have their own box.
I said this about 5 minutes ago. That was all the time we had for the video. But this is going to be the last thing. We got carried away. This is going to be the last thing I'm going to say. Pre-order Pokemon Sun and Moon. Don't forget to go on the Wi-Fi, get your free Celebi. Next month, they're giving out Jirachi. And then after that... I
believe that one is also on Wi-Fi.
And then after that, they have Shaman and Darkrai and Victini, Genesect and Meloetta and Arceus. They're going to have them all. Don't forget to get up the code cards from GameStop. Look on Cerebi.net.
They've already given out Mew last month. So if you missed that, I've heard that there are some people doing giveaways for said legendary because they've got multiples from the event.
Power save.
Well, however they're getting them doesn't really matter. They've got them, so.
Let us know what you think about Pokemon Sun and Moon. What would you want to see in the video, in the games? Let us know what you think about it. Put it in the comments. When we said we'll even leave a description and the link to the info that we found. Once again, this is Thor Wilkins, AKA ThorGodofThunder815.
And Sacora-chan.
And we're logging off. We'll see you guys later.